Hi, good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you at this AR workshop, which is an initiative of Reskill in association with Spark AR. Today, you will be learning about how to build your AR effects on Spark AR Studio. Learn and submit your AR effects with us today, and then submit in the form which will be shared with you at the end of the session. Please note that everyone has to submit their AR effects to be a part of the School of AR cohort and get access to the sessions on advanced capabilities and get a chance to receive exam vouchers for Spark AR ML course and get Facebook certified. Now, I would hand over the virtual mic to Maninder Singh. He would be teaching you on how to build your own effects using Spark AR Studio. Over to you, Maninder.
Hi, thank you, Anamika. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. I hope everyone is fine. My name is Maninder Singh. I will be teaching you AR effect. So, let me share my screen. So, okay. So this is Spark AR. These are all the templates which will help you to create your effect. So let's jump in. So this is the Spark AR window, and this is your emulator where you will be see the effect working or not. And these tools are lights, ambient light and direct light. And this is camera and device. You can use render pass here. This is advanced stuff. And this is microphone. This used for adding music and anything. So and here you can check the preferences for the shortkeys, AI library, and remember to log in Sketchfab. And these are the shortcuts, viewports, and lots of. And this one is here our patch editor for coding. Here we'll be doing coding here. These are all the patches here available, like animation player, audio, and body landmarks for 2D only, device, locale, face landmarks, interactions, and logic and equal math and multiplier for video calling effects, shaders for coloring your effect, and time runtime and user interface like picker UI, slider UI. Here you will in picker UI you can select particular item and slider UI for sliding the values up and down. And these are the utility and 2D transform pack and 3D transform pack and many more. You can also find hand finder, hand select, and these are for video calling participants like I told you before. And this we use for video calling, for creating a video calling effect. Let's start with basic filter, and let's draw first face tracker. And this is my face tracker, and I will show you what patch it looks like. This is my face patch. Just drag and drop here, and it has face face for landmark interaction. And if you want to use animation, any kind of transition, you can use from here. And This is 3D position. Uh, Let me show you the value. Uh, the 3D position values are always in vector 3. Right now it is in vector 1, and this is vector 2. You can see, wait, let me zoom more. You can see there is only x and y value. And if you want to see z value, just wait, just click on vector 3. And if you want to see vector 4, there will be a 0 value. There is no vector 4 value, so we'll be using vector only 3 value. This is for my 3D position. If you want to check the scale, this is scale 111, and 3D rotation value always in vector 3. Only 2D, if we are using 2D only, and then there will be only vector 2 values. Let me show you. Canvas at rectangle. Rectangle is only has two values. One is x, one is y. Let me show you this. It has only x and y value. So this is my rectangle, 2D rectangle. It don't have a z value. Yeah. You can only move in mode to 2D. You can see uh, 3D. Where is Wait, let me reopen the project. Discard blank project. Okay, camera and rectangle. Canvas, rectangle. And remember to first drop rectangle. You cannot drop rectangle directly. Always use first canvas, then rectangle. This is my rectangle. Okay. Uh, let's use plain. Okay. Let's change position here. As you can see, I'm moving my plane on extraction. If I want to move downward to let's say 100. This is how rectangle used. Uh, you can also use fill width. This is full rectangle. You can move like this. I will show you this one later. First, let's jump into the face mesh. As I was saying, face tracker. Then we go open our patch editor here, drop down. We will use this one later if we need it. And click on face mesh. This is my face mesh here. As you can see, we change the closer video. Okay. So this is my face mesh. If I apply material here, let's use first one first. This is my flat material. Uh, so let's apply some texture in here. Texture. Let's use this one. I created this transparent image in Adobe Photoshop. Remember to download face reference set. Wait, let me show you how that look. Mhm. Mesh. This is your face reference asset. Here you will get texture like this one. Uh, Use it in Adobe Photoshop to draw something. And these are lines, and this is face mask. I will show you how to use face mask here, and I will show you the example of face mask lines also. And this is mesh for 3D. These are 3D meshes. Wait, let me open. Remember to download this one also. If you want to add something 3D, you can use this face meshes, and head uploader is here too. This is our head uploader. You can apply your 3D material in Blender. Let's see. Now I'm gonna apply face mesh. Let's name it magnet face. Copy, paste, and then I will apply face mesh here. So this is how it will look. And remember to turn off these two options. We only use these two options when we are using 3D. And remember to turn off on face mesh. And right now it is shaking. So go to edit properties. And first add experience, sharing experience, and compression would be compatibilities. Go to face tracking. Right now accuracy is standard. Click on high, then done. Now it is not shaking anymore. And then check the outer part when I apply this face mesh here on this. We apply alpha mesh only in alpha material type. So let's add. You can see it removed the outer part of the face mesh, and I will give you one more example of lines. Mm, and another face mesh. Material, create materials, and use face line. Wait, let me zoom more. So this is my face mesh. And with these lines you can cut the lips and cut the eyes to place it on, just using on any object. If you are cutting some eyes with the white background, You can place it anywhere, like you want to place it on orange or any object you want to place your eyes and lips. You can use this for cutting the material in Adobe Photoshop. And now see, let me turn off this one. uh, if I'm using the standard material, this is my standard material. This is how it will look like. uh, the standard material catches the light of this one. If I turn off, it will look black. If I turn on again, it will look like this. So it is catching the light. If I turn on this, this is for shining our makeup. If I'm using white, this is white color, and I can decrease the intensity of the light. It will look like more sharp. And if I'm using another material is called physical paste. This is for metallic, uh, and this is used for metallic colors, like if you are using any 3D object like can or uh, any iron type color, so we use metallic color, physical based material. uh, Check out this one. You can see the light here. If I add environment color, now search in library and remember, and there is a AR library where you can see the patches available here, like animation patch, utility, 3D shapes. These are the 3D shapes and 3D objects. Remember to log in into the Sketchfab to use 3D shapes like this ones. There are lots of free assets Sketchfab, and these are the music and sound. These are patch as assets which will help you to create a beautiful effect like this ones. And there are also examples how to use these effects. Let me show you. These are the examples how to use your effect. And so I'm going back to the texture. I need texture. So I will click on environment texture. There are also blender environment textures. It's loading right now. So let's use this one. So I applied the HDR. This is HDRI image. Uh, I'm applying this one on environment, so it will catch the light. You can see become more glassy and shiny. And I can also add color here, different types of color like this ones. And if you want to use another environment, you can just go to the search AR library from here, go to environment, and just use office. So it will look like this. You can change the lights. So this is how it will look in metallic. And And these are the blend mode. If I'm using add, it will look like this. It will be more transparent type material. And as you see, alpha and alpha are the mostly same. These are subtract the color, and this is multiply. In multiply we can see our if I'm using any face mesh, I can see the my background also. And next one is replace. uh, we don't use replace, so remember to not to use this one. And this is screen. It is almost same as add, but add has more light rather than screen one. And so this is my physical based material. Next is face paint. You can use this face paint like this one. Like if you want to remove the white lines not to be shiny, you can decrease the visual influence brightness like this. Okay, and then blend it. And so if you want to use retouch, let's use and check out the face. When I use the retouch material, let's drop another material, create material. Just click on retouching. You can check the lines are removed totally, and this is how retouch work. Uh, Check the face now without retouching and retouching. We use retouch. So this is the basic effects. And one more thing, if I'm using physical based material, let's shiny this one. Let's use without texture and click on add. Now uh, this is my interaction lights. You can see the intensity of light, and we will be using this to create effect. And let's duplicate one more and use 2D mode because this one is 2D effect. And let's control D and let's use like this. Okay, and let's delete this one first. And now duplicate again and change the value from here. Delete. Now it is moved here. Then we rotate this one like this. And let's use the color. Let's use blue here. You can check the color light here. And let's use this one pink here. Blue and pink. What if I like to add animation here? So I will applying the animation here. Animate, spin. You can check the blue light here. This is spinning. If you want to spin in different direction, just click here 360. Light is not moving in 360. Let's use on X. Okay. Now same. on this one also, animate spin, and press 0 360, and let me use different face and intro video. How many materials we have? Let's change the color of this one to red. Now intensity to 50 to 50, and okay, let's use the different one, 360, and I can do this like this one. You can see the red light and pink light also here, and, and you can also okay. So this is how you can create your light effect with this simple face mesh. You can also apply face lines also like this one, and um, okay. So right now there is no alpha face mask uh, on face mesh because we cannot apply on physical based material, but we will be we will try. Create. Here you can create your camera texture. Sorry, face texture. Here, this is face texture. Just wait. Let me remove this one. Uh, Click on add. It will be here. Will then just drag and drop, and this is my face mask. Okay. And if I go to the material, click here and mix. Mix provide me RGBA value, RGB value, and alpha value. So I will be using like this one. You can see it remove the corner. If I use this, uh, no check. If I remove like this, uh, you can see the background is removed. Let me show you. You can see check the outline. There is outline on the face mesh. And do it like this, it will remove it. So this is how you will be using face mask on physical based material. And transition is used for animating any object. You can also animate 3D object or 2D object, anything you can animate. And you can use this one as vector 2 if you have only two values like x and y values, and if you have only vector 1 value you can use it like this one, and this is for vector 3 value. And this is my loop animation. You can control the animation move, uh, animation time, like if I'm adding 360, okay, this one, 360. So it will move slowly. If I change to 10, you can see it is moving slowly. Uh, if I use 0.1, you can see the flashes on my face. Okay, let's use 1. If you are using mirror, it will reverse back. And there are curve also. You can use these types of curves. Periodic in out. You can see the movement of the lights here. Check this one. And if I am using linear, it will only rotate like this one. If I am using, you can see. So this is how we'll be using transition. Uh, okay. So let's jump into the next part. So this is how you will be using face mesh. Just delete all of this. And next one is our background. Uh, how to change the background. Let's add canvas. Canvas has two properties: camera space and world space. In world space we can change the canvas value. In camera space we cannot change the values of canvas. And rectangle, this is my rectangle. uh, I can move this rectangle anywhere I want. And let's control Z. And remember to use fill width, fill height. This is my rectangle. And let's apply material here. Right now it is standard material because it is using these lights. And now move it back to the white. Let's call it 80. Uh, so uh, in rectangle we don't use actually a standard material or physical based material. We just only use, we will be using only flat material here. Just use, always uncheck this one, always. And let's go to the camera first. Here I will be extracting my camera texture. Wait. Camera texture. And like if I click on plus, it will drop the camera texture here. And if I need person segmentation, only the part of my body. uh, this one is the person segmentation. Wait, let me rename this one, person segmentation. Then go back to the camera. There are two more properties like hair segmentation. Remove Facebook here. And another one is skin segmentation, to change the skin color. uh, Here one is also the same, skin. Let's first apply the camera texture on material. Uh, and this is my camera texture with the all background, you can check here. And if I'm applying on alpha texture person segmentation, so it will remove the background. And if I'm adding one more let's duplicate this one. and wait, create one more material. Let's call this one first camera texture, and this one is PG. This is for background. And add flat material. Just click here. Let me use the material uh, environment texture. Let's use Y2K set. Uh, this one. Let's use this one. So this is my background texture. If I move up this one, let me call PG camera texture. I move this one up here. It will look like this. So first will come the background texture, then camera texture and person segmentation. If I, this is my person segmentation. Right. So this is my background. This is my person segmentation and camera texture. This is how you will be using to cut the background. And if you want to just add the frame, we will be using. Check if I have any frame texture. Mm, 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 mm. Wait, let me show you this one also. Let's add one more text rectangle here. Fill width, fill height, create new material. Let's call it. You can change your texture name from here also. Light texture. Now I'm adding warm light here. This is my warm light, and use blend mode to multiply. This is how it will look, and you can also decrease the opacity. Right now it is in oval shape, more like in egg shape. So how to change the shape of your texture? So I will be using, just drop your warm texture here and use texture transform to transform the texture. Just apply your texture here because it is saying texture and this is my texture. And to change the values on transform, we will be using 2D transform pack. So it is providing the x and y value of the texture. We will be changing the texture value here. This is my material. Just drag and drop here and check. The right now is 1 and 1. Y is for up and down, and X is for left and right. So we'll be changing the X value here. Let's call it 1.6. So you can see the shape of my texture. If I'm changing to 2, it will look more like a in circular shape. So this is how you will be. You can change your texture size. And let's. So this is, and this one is also how to uh, change your background. if you want to add multiple, like if you want to add animation, let's add animation to my background. uh, Check this one. Go back to the environment texture, and to be set, let's just add this one. And this one, and there you can see the type: single texture, and sprite texture, and texture sequence. We will be using texture sequence for the animation, and it bind all the textures in one place. Click to none, click to none, none. and and then there is also animation sequence. uh, you can see the texture sequence and animation sequence is similar, and we will be applying our frame here, 1 by 9 wala text, and go to BG, click on here, just apply your animation sequence here. You can see, and if you want to adjust the speed of the animation sequence, let's use 2. You can see it is animating. So this is how you will be changing, uh, how to use animation background. And the next one is, uh, if you want to use tab to change the background, let me show you. Uh, let's delete this one, and use single texture. Click here, and always use non compression, don't use automatic and manual. And okay, just bring this one up. Let's use picker UI. This is my picker UI, and here, let's say, let's drop all the images here, and let's this, this, this. So these are my 10 images, and you can also connect from here also, 0 to 8, and you can also connect like this. And right now it is giving error because it is compressing the texture, and texture compression is very slow. Okay, let's delete. Let's just drop only 5 textures. Click to none, none, and you can use from here also, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click on visible and apply the selected texture here. Here you can see the buttons. These are the buttons. Your texture. I even haven't applied the background material, so it is changing the texture. So this is how you will be changing the texture. And here you can see right now my value is 5. This one 5, and if I move back it will 0, 1, 2. And with this you can also apply some animation. And suppose let's use exactly equals exactly, if it is equal exactly to 2, let's add the let's add particle system will be visible here only in 2. Right now it is 0. Let's increase the birth rate to 100 and check. On 1, if I click on 2, there is the particle system. This is how you can use any plain material or any kind of material you want to animate. You want to display any text here. This is how you will be using the selected option index value. So this is how you will be using Flickr UI. Let's remove. And now okay, let's use simple simple texture here. You can also create your Y2K effect, and then let me show you how to use the particle systems. So this is my particle system. Uh, to change the direction of the particle system, let's use minus 180, and not this one, on extraction minus 180, and move it on the upside. And let's change the mode to 3D. Right now it is moving on only in one point, and if you want to increase this, if you want to increase the length of your particle, you can use the line particles. Increase the length by 3. You can see here. Uh, let's first add material here, flat. Let's use yellow and go back to emitter. Back. If you don't want to use material, just click on cube. Oh, sorry, not cube, sphere. It will be in a rectangular shape, and you can also, and then increase the birth rate. Let's increase the birth rate to 100. This is how it will look like. And let's decrease the speed to 0.05 and increase the lifespan of the particle to 60 seconds. It will drop it like this. Let's increase this one to 30. Start again, and in here you can also scale the size. Like right now it is 0.01. You can decrease more, 0. And 0.07, and check the size of the particle systems. It is decreased. And if I move back to my material, and this one was the line emitter. If I'm using the plane one is different. Let's use 3 and 3. So this is how it is generating. If I'm saying 1, 0.1, now it is only generating like this. You can see. And if I'm using ring, you can create ring with the emitters. Wait, let me decrease the emitter birth rate. This is my ring. Let's say 0.5, 0.5 and 0.3. And check this one. This is 0.3 is the empty radius. Okay, let's increase the size to 50 and speed to 0.1. You can see the rectangular, circular shape of the emitters. So this is how you will be using your emitters like this one. And if you let me refresh this one, go to advanced, you can see it is not going to the in my background. I think I click here. Let's proper distance. Let's check. Okay, if I create new layer and move little backward and go to material. Mhm. I don't know why it is lagging so much. Go to which. So this is how you will be using your emitters and with background texture, or you can also use your emitters like this. And also, if I change to the physical based material, it will look more proper 3D materials. And roughness would be 0.4. And environment, search environment, environment texture. Let's use this one. And click blend mode to add opacity to look like this. And this is my emitter move more upward. So this is how it will look like. Okay, but it is too heavy, I think. Let's use 10. So this is how you will be using your emitter. If you want to add more light or change, if you want to add, let's choose the color red and opacity to like this, and increase the size of the emitter to 20. So this is how you will be using your emitter effect. So let's delete all of this. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And move this one also. And let's use this one. Let's use 3D object and face tracker. Uh, let's get the helmet. We will be searching helmet, 3D helmet. Let's use this one. Import. Set. It is taking time. And, let's delete this one. And search here library helmet. Let's use local helmet. If it gets downloaded or it is taking time, so let's close this one. No. And there are lots of template already making, and this one is background template. You can easily change your background from here, and this is for face decoration, neck decoration. Mm, and one more is head decoration. So we will be using directly head decoration. This is in here. It is delete this one to chip with your object. Search here library. Go to element again. We all click here. It is giving me error. Mm, let's use this simple one. Okay. So this is my house view. If I just drag and drop here, let's delete this one. House sphere. Increase the size of the house sphere by 2 to 2. Let's increase more. 3, 3, and 3. And let's go to the position. So this is my patch editor. And in here it is coding is already done. And you can this is my Z angle. Right now I want to change the Z angle. So let's do 0.05. It will move forward, and you can also change the direction from here also, or scale, or just using these values. Let's use right now let's use 0.4 and more. Let's use 1 and increase the size. To increase the size, you can use it like this. And so this is how you will be increasing the size of your 2D object. And let's go back to 0.1 and increase the upper and side part. Uh, let's change the color of the house sphere to red. And let's so this is how you can use your uh, material. Mm, if you want to place any cap, you can use it like this. And to change the scale, you can also change your scale from here. And if you want to rotate your 3D object, you can also rotate like this. And null object first, then add object here. Let's search here library. Let's add here, and this this is my sphere. I will be adding my sphere here and let's animate spin. I don't want to spin my 3D sphere, so I will be using this the loop animation, transition 0, 0, and 0. Let's go at 360. Oops, not this one, only one only. Sorry, we will be using rotation one 360. So it is rotating like this one, and let's change it to the 0.1. So it will look like this, and for null object, and we will be 0 minus, we will be using minus value 0.0, 0.01, and move little bit up 106, dashes 1, and change the material color, this is blue, and hide this one, hide this one, and so. And if you want to add more 3D spheres, add here, and just duplicate this one, and then change the little bit value 0.02. Let's use minus 0.05 and 1. You can use it like this. So this is how you can use animation to remove any object around your head. So this one is done. Yes. Okay. So anyone have any question? Let me know. I think this is for the basic class. Anamika is done. If they want to learn hand tracking, let me know.
Yeah, I guys, in case you have any questions, anything, please feel free to post it in the chat. We would be happy to take them. Anyone? Please remember that you have to submit your effects to be a part of the cohort. Otherwise, there is no possibility of being there. And also, along with that, what we have to understand here is that uh, you know uh, your consistency is very important in this activity. This is very very important that you you adhere to the tasks, right? So this is it. I'm sharing with you the submission form in the chat here, and let's kind of take it forward from there. Any questions? I've shared the submission form in the chat here. I don't see any questions, Maninder. So thank you for your time. Let's
Okay.
call it up the way then. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay. Bye everyone. Bye.
Bye. That's the time. Thank you. Thank you.